everyone, it's 604 Comics here. This is my review for FF number 3. First off, just want to say I'm really enjoying this series still. Really loving the art, really loving the writing that Matt Fraction's into this. It's a bit of a break from reading all those Avengers titles to go and read something like this. It's not too serious, but it's still got a really good story going on, and it's still a really enjoyable read. So let's get into the issue. Last issue, we saw Johnny Storm coming back from the Fantastic Four's trip in space, and he comes back with this message that Fantastic Four is dead. So he goes on to explain exactly what happened when they were on the trip, and apparently there was this amalgamation between Doctor Doom and Kang the Conqueror and Annihilus, and they all came together and formed this supervillain called the Annihilating Conqueror, or Doom, the Annihilating Conqueror, and he is the reason why the Fantastic Four are dead. So Johnny Storm has come back to the present time, and he needs the help of FF to help stop this from happening, stop Doom from killing the Fantastic Four. Later on, we also see that those guys, I can't remember what those guys are called. Those guys are called the Moletoids. Apparently they've got something going on with Mole Man. Mole Man has asked for this thing, and the Moletoids give it to him. So apparently the Moletoids arranged for Mole Man to attack the city in the previous issue. So that's a little interesting plot development twist there. So it'll be interesting to find out what is exactly happening there. And then later on in this issue, it goes heavy into Darla, who was the Ms. thing, and Ant-Man is trying to get her to come back and join the team because they need her. They need her as part of the FF because she was picked to be part of FF, and they can't have, it wouldn't be the same to have someone else come in and fill that role of Ms. Thing or Darla Deering's spot in the team. So Scott comes and gets some flowers and tries to get her to come back. Meanwhile, they're interrupted by the Yancey Street gang, and hilarity ensues. There's some whipping cream explosion bomb. They go and chase them down. Really like this panel right here, how the layout's all done. We see Ant-Man racing down the stairs, chasing the Yancey Street gang. Meanwhile, Darla's like, there's an elevator here. I'm going to use the elevator like a civilized person. Gonna get to the bottom, and I'm just gonna stop them for you. So that's what's happening. So that was kind of fun. And then they're trying to find one more, and they just run into New Year's. And I really like all this art by Allred. I love how he does the facial expressions. If you can see, like this was a particularly favorite panel of mine. If you can see the details in this, the face of Scott and Darla is just really, really nice. So that's one of the things I really appreciate about Mike Allred's art. He puts a lot of facial emotions in his characters, and that adds a bit of personality and depth to that character. Finally, we get to the end where Scott is saying that they need to basically kill Dr. Doom. And then we get this little panel at the end where old Johnny Storm is kind of suspicious. So that leaves the reader wondering what's going on there. Is this what's really happening in the future? Does Doom actually kill the Fantastic Four? Or is there something more to it? So that is how this issue ends. It's not as big of a cliffhanger as issue number 2 was, but it's still got that little bit that just jabs you a little bit and makes you want to keep reading, going on with the series, because it's one of those issues, one of those series that you pick up because you enjoy reading, and I definitely enjoyed reading FF. I'm going to give this a 4 out of 5. I know it's a pretty high rating, but I really did like this issue. I liked how the story was all written. I really liked the focus on Darla in this issue. Allowed me to get to know more about the character and have some attachment to the character and in turn have some attachments to this team and wanting to see this whole team stay together and continue on as FF. So thank you for watching this review. Really enjoyed this issue. Hope you enjoyed it too if you've read it, and I will see you guys later.